We're so glad you're still with us here on CBS 4. And this morning we have Ms. Cornelia Garza. She is with the Department of Family and Child Protective Services, right?
Yes.
You are here to tell us about a very important event. I know that you guys do already a lot to help get our children adopted here in the Rio Grande Valley, but there's still a big need, right?
Absolutely.
Cornelia, tell us a little bit about that. What is this event that's coming up?
So we're kicking off National Adoption Awareness Month. November is declared National Adoption Awareness Month by our great United States. And so what we are hosting, the Advisory Committee and the Promotion of Adoption of Minority Children is hosting an adoption community forum on Thursday, November the 7th at CFC McAllen. So that is what we will be doing on Thursday.
Tell me, what are some of the things that we're going to learn? Because I know that I feel like adoption is still a very taboo subject in our community. While we are willing to take in children from our family members, maybe adoption is not as common. Is that the case, or are the numbers changing already?
The numbers are changing. The numbers have increased over the years, but absolutely it is a topic that most people don't want to talk about. I mean, most people don't want to discuss child abuse. Most people don't want to discuss that it's happening in our very own backyard. And I always say to anyone who's interested, you know, in having that courageous conversation, to just have adoption be just another vocabulary word, because the need is there. We do have many children legally free for adoption, not only in the Rio Grande Valley, but throughout the state.
Yeah, it's a very heartbreaking and tough issue, as you mentioned, but even people that are not ready to adopt, there's always foster home opportunities, right?
Absolutely. There's so many ways. Maybe we know and we understand that not everyone is called or ready to foster or adopt, but there's so many other ways that our community can become involved, whether that is mentoring a youth that is already in foster care, maybe providing a support system to that foster family, or even an adoptive family, even a family who has made that decision to go through the adoption process, becoming a support to them. That could be donating gifts during Christmas to make sure all our children in foster care or at our shelter have a Christmas gift. I mean, there's so many ways that individuals can become involved.
About how many kids are currently involved in the foster care adoption program?
An approximation for the state of Texas, we probably have about 3,000 children who are in need of a forever family. In the Rio Grande Valley, I believe the last count that I saw was approximately 200 children.
That's still a lot of kids that need loving homes, right? Well, and this is one of the things that people will get to learn about if they go to this meeting that you guys are having this Thursday, right?
Absolutely. Not only they'll know the data and the statistics, but most importantly that they be reminded that behind that data, behind those numbers, that there is a child. There's a child behind that number. Not only will they get that information, but they'll hear also from a child who has gone through the process and who not just has survived, but is thriving.
Yeah, you told me that there's a key speaker, and that's Carlos Villalon Jr., right? He's the head, and he went through the process as well?
No, forgive us.
He did not.
Yeah, Honorable Carlos Villalon Jr., he is our judge that oversees the child protection cases for the west side of the Rio Grande, the northern part of the Rio Grande Valley. So he is one of our speakers. Not only will he be speaking, but also some representatives from the department. But most importantly, we have a former foster youth who will be sharing her heart, and then her struggles, and then also her triumphs of again, just raising that awareness that every one of us, any one of us can play a part.
And that's important that you mentioned that, because yes, like you said, maybe people aren't ready to adopt or not in a circumstance that they can adopt, but there is always something you can do to better that child's life. And I mean, 200 children that need some love and maybe a gift for Christmas. I mean, I feel like the Valley is always willing to rally and come together to make people's lives better. I know times are tough, but somehow, one way or another, we always come together and we make it happen, right?
Absolutely.
And this is one way we can do it.
I've always have shared that the Rio Grande Valley has one of the biggest hearts. I know statistically it's one of the lowest incomes in the United States, not even the state, but yet they have the biggest hearts, because they do go all out, making sure that our children know, right, that their community cares for them. And that's exactly what this forum is about, is for anyone who is interested in just learning more about the process itself and how they can help, it's a great opportunity to join us.
And you're looking at the date and time right there. Also, it's going to be at Christian Fellowship Church in McAllen. So head on out there, maybe you will learn something new. It's important to do that too. Learn something new every day and maybe see how you are able to give back to these children that are so desperately in need, especially during this time of year.
During this time of year, absolutely.
Thank you so much for being with us this morning, Cornelia. I know you guys are doing great things and will continue to do so. So there you have the information. It's happening this Thursday. Once again, in McAllen. So
yes.
How else can they reach out to you if they need more information?
They can reach out on my state cell phone number. I'll be happy to provide that. It's 361-816-4053. If anyone has any questions or need more information, please feel free to reach out to me. This is my life's journey, is just raising the awareness of the need of not only just adoptive families, but foster families, and just really just sharing how we can all be a part of the foster care crisis in our backyard.
And that shows how big of a heart you have. Cornelia, thank you for being here this morning.